This week has felt a little itchy scratchy, maybe a little like sandpaper. Maybe we've felt some friction in some ways. So I thought maybe I'd hop on and do a little mid-week check-in for what we might be encountering. And yeah. So, have you been feeling, comment below, have you been feeling itchy scratchy? Have you been feeling like the world feels like sandpaper this week around you? Not the whole world, your immediate space. The things you do, the people you're around. Have you been feeling like sandpaper, friction? So let's see, what can we possibly be getting met with this week? What are we being met with in this week that feels like sandpaper to me? I don't know how it feels like to you guys, but Spirit guide. Spirit guide. Well, that needs to be at the helm. Prosperity. Okay. All right. Keeping yourself grounded, keeping yourself in touch with the universe and the messages and the synchronicities. This week can absolutely be prosperous. And prosperity doesn't just mean money. All right, so what kind of friction might be being met with this week? Of course, always. Transformation. So any friction that we feel this week, anything that feels like sandpaper, is there to just help you transmute something else and transform something else into your highest and best good. Okay, passion. So if we can, keep grounded, keep focused on the big picture. If we can, allow the sandpaper and the friction, maybe be curious about it. If we can let it not consume us, but maybe fill us, put a fire under our butt for shifting, for changing. Maybe if we can use it as fuel to get us, this is not a final push. This is a finalization for a 9-year. So we actually shouldn't be doing more. We should be doing less. And maybe doing less means that the friction that you currently feel this week is pushing you, putting a fire under you, is telling you where you don't want to be, or where you're headed, or what you don't want to be doing, or what you don't want to be dealing with. The things that we feel friction for and towards are also teaching us what we don't want, or what we do want. So let the friction you feel this week bring a little passion into what you do to help you move forward into a 1-year. Let's see, what can we call in to help us transmute any friction, any sandpaper? What can we call in to help us? This is a justice card. What can we call it? So justice is balance. So what can we call in is balance. Balance in our career. So exactly what I just said. We're not supposed to be doing like a final push. We're supposed to be winding down. And the friction that we feel currently is helping us find balance within our current career placement or what we're looking to do. Career justice. It's about balance. Because next year there's going to be something really new coming. There is something really new coming on the horizon. It's a 1 year, so we're basically clearing things out for this year. What else have we got? What else have we got? All right. Very good. Okay. Oh. Look at that. All right. Closure. Okay. Closure. Closure in something that has to do with your current job or career, because your talents are actually supposed to be what you're working with, what you're working for. Working with exactly who you are and what you're good at, what you are passionate about, brings you good luck. It allows you the opportunity. I've said this before, it's preparation meeting opportunity. If you are using your talents, your gifts, in service for the world, for your community in some way, it is absolutely going to bring you luck. Your life is going to be filled with more passion, so you'll feel happier, and it will bring you prosperity in so many ways, in happiness, joy, health, most likely money as well. So this is a big shift. This is a big transformation this week, kind of like a finalization of where we are currently sitting and standing within our professional lives. So the friction we're feeling this week has to do with that. It has to do with our workplace environment. It has to do with the people in our workplace environment. It has to do with the people who come into our workplace environment. Let's see, anything else? Because that friction is either telling you, okay, this is not for me, or I need to shift this in this environment. Maybe you're where you're supposed to be, but maybe not the position you're supposed to be in. So anything else? When we are our true, authentic selves, and when we are listening to what our system and what our bodies are telling us, when we are taking the friction and not fighting against it, but accepting it and being curious about the friction, when we are doing what we know we're supposed to be doing, when we have that feeling of, like, I did massage for hours, but the day flew by and I'm not exhausted. I feel good. That's how my days usually are. I mean, I do a lot of hours of massage, and so my body will feel tired, but like, I am not exhausted mentally, emotionally. I'm filled. My cup is filled doing what I do. That's freedom. When we are doing something day in and day out that causes friction all day, every day, or that makes us feel negative, or that we're not excited to do, we're not happy to do, we're just doing it because we have to, because we're used to it, because it's something that is quote unquote stable, That's not freedom. Freedom is choosing better for yourself. Freedom is choosing something that actually makes you happy, brings joy to your life, improves your well-being, improves your entire life by way of making it something that you enjoy doing. And I know this is hard and not everybody can do it, but like I said, maybe we can stay in our environment. We just have to do it in a different way that works better for us. That makes us hate it less. That makes us whoa. Okay, so that's the throat chakra. So that means that you have to, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at in your current job placement or career, you have to start speaking up for yourself. If you don't, you're going to continue to feel friction. Your health will probably start to deteriorate. But in that, in communicating for yourself, you will find that you get more of what you're looking for out of where you're at. That is also freedom. I've been saying this all day today. People get away with what we let them get away with. There's absolutely no reason for you to stay in a place where you're not appreciated, treated poorly, spoken to poorly, etc., etc., etc. But if you don't actually use your voice to say something about it and to stick up for yourself or to create boundaries, then you're creating your own misery there. If you speak up, things might change. The answer is always no if you don't ask. So the key to the friction this week is communicating what you need, figuring out if where you are is where you are meant to be. If not, it's a good week to decide that might require closure. It's a good week to make that passion fill you, to make that it's a good week to allow the friction to fill you with the passion you need to find what it is you actually want to be doing, to find, utilize the talents and gifts that you have to transform your life so that you have more freedom. You feel more free, available, grounded, and not so all over the place or scattered or stressed out or unhappy, and that it's affecting you and the people around you. If we can take the friction of this week, find curiosity in it, and move accordingly, and let that fire maybe light a little bit of fire under your butt to move forward. This end of this week, by Sunday, we should start feeling a little bit more peaceful. We should be feeling a little bit more relaxed, and we should be feeling a little bit more available to those around us for joy, comfort, vulnerability. So yeah, the friction this week is definitely related to our job and where we are in our career. And that is also going to require some reflection, some closure in some way, and listening to your guides, listening to the universe, listening to God, paying attention to the messages, the symbols, the synchronicities. Because what we're currently doing for our jobs and our career is not it. It can expand. So it's time to find ways to expand in that area. Okay. Let the friction fuel you. Let the friction fuel you. Really get in touch with your gifts and what you have to offer the world, and how you might be able to utilize those gifts where you're currently at to make you happier and have a better quality of life, or maybe it's time you choose to do something else or go somewhere else. All right, little midweek check-in. Hope it helped.